G'day there. It's a bit of a privilege today. I'm in an actual food forest right next to a busy road, a tropical food forest, and belongs to Mark from Melbourne Subtropic Fruits YouTube channel. And a lot of people over the years might have seen Mark on various forums. That's where I first met him, on the Dailies forum. So I'm seeing a lot of the trees in this garden today that I asked questions about way back when I started my garden 5 years ago. So it's an amazing amount of plants through here, and a very relaxing spot to sit. You could imagine sitting out here on a hot summer's day. It's beautiful. So there's way too many plants to cover in one video, but I'll try and cover as many as possible. So we enter the front garden here through some avocado trees. They're all named varieties. Some have got quite a bit of fruit on them. And we encounter a pawpaw patch, North American pawpaw patch, and it's got quite a lot of fruit on it. And there's a few graftings of Prima onto these varieties too. So there's a seedling variety, and I think a seedling Pennsylvania Gold back there. Sorry Mark if I get some of these varieties wrong, but it's a bit overwhelming trying to remember all the names of everything. There's probably Melbourne's biggest yellow Jaboticaba. Mark sprays some sun protection on the leaves, and that's quite a big one. If I just move slowly through here, other people might be able to recognise some of the varieties. There's a huge avocado, another named one. It really feels like you're in the tropics walking through here. We've got two star fruit. That's the kari up to the roof, and it's got a little bit of fruit set that we noticed before. There it is. It's got flowers all over it, and there's at least one there that's looks like it's going to hold. Very sheltered spot. So I've only ever been overseas once, to Cambodia, and I'd imagine that this is what it's like walking through a tropical forest. It's awesome. It's got you can feel the microclimate in here. So there's some mangoes, tons of mangoes throughout the property with huge trunks on them, and just intermingling here is a Kaloa longan with some quite good fruit set. So here's a large trunk Glen mango in a pot, and that's got some really decent sized fruit on it. For comparison, that's my hand there, so that's obviously very happy, that plant. So this Grimmel Jaboticaba, the large leaf, is actually the first plant that I asked Mark a question about on the Dailies forum about 5 years ago, and I actually just tasted my first Jaboticaba, and I was a bit nervous tasting it because I've put quite a few of these plants in, and if I didn't like the taste, well, it would have been a bit of a disaster, but happy to say, absolutely delicious. Could eat a whole bucket of them, I reckon. So I didn't eat it on camera, but Mark said it was quite a small fruit for what he normally gets off this one. But yeah, it was absolutely delicious. You've got everywhere you look, there's edible things. That's finger lime. Goes on and on and on. There's some very advanced trees here. Pretty sure that's a hazelnut. So Mark comes out here, he shakes that tree, and then he listens for him to fall, which we did just before. And yeah, found one. So they live in these little husks, and then the nuts are in there, so I'll take them inside to add to his pile that he has inside. And this corner seems to be where a lot of the nuts are grown. And check out this macadamia. I think he said that's the B3. But I could be wrong with that. There were so many names to take in of different varieties of plants that it was hard to memorise them all. But yeah, that's loaded in nuts. I love the shadiness of the garden with all these close plantings. That's a Yeenpei Wampy, and it's got a Guy sand grafted on the back of it over there. Alright, so I'll quickly try and come through here before the lawnmower over the road comes back, because it's quite noisy. It's hard to talk over it. This is a white sapote patch, various grafted ones, and check out the height of the Reniki. I'd say it'd be 5-6 metres tall, and I think it's got Ortega grafted onto it. There's just you could walk around here. You'd never be able to walk around here without finding some fruit. It's incredible. We've got some pears, espaliered there. I think some blueberry. Well, there's a keep seeing new things. There's a persimmon there. Oh, that's the gyro. Nice thick trunk on it. Quite a few different types of olives, and that's the only large ornamental remaining. I think that's a crepe myrtle, but actually helps with the microclimate in summer and frost protection. So there's lots of little nooks and crannies. It's awesome for exploring. And there's a big Sabara, small leaf Jaboticaba. I'm pretty sure Mark said that's about 15 years old. So magnificent specimen. And this is right in the middle of summer, so it's pretty dry in Melbourne, and everything's still lush and green. There's quite a few Brazilian cherries. I think it's the Black Beauty over there. And this is a very interesting little patch here. It's covered in kiwi fruit. It's got a male and a female along here. Underneath that, got an Isai kiwi berry, which is delicious. And I'll get down here. And then across the front here is the first. He's got a few sapodillas. This is the first that I've filmed. It's covered in flowers. I'm pretty sure he said it's the tropical variety. And next to that, there's a couple of eugenias down there. And next to that's a very healthy looking mango. And you look how healthy that looks. And as Mark explained to me, I'll just show you something through here. He's got heat cables going into that garden bed. He's got it set at 20 degrees. And that actual garden bed in there stays warm throughout winter. So he's experimenting with that, and the results look really good. I think that's the first time that sapodilla's flowered in that spot, so could be something to do with the heat cables. But have a look how awesome this looks, how green and protected. Another thing I've noticed is I keep noticing large white sapotes pop up over my head. I'm not sure what variety that is, but obviously when he was planting the garden out, he used them as shade trees, planned them out, so it's all starting to come together now as everything's gotten mature. Little jujube patch here. So a little epiphylium patch here. And here's the TP, or the Tyalgum purple, that seems to pop up in rare fruit collectors' gardens. And it's got some fruit on it, so I'm told that one tastes superb. So I'll just step back from the front garden now, and we'll go and check out the rear garden, and a huge Luke's Garcinia that lives indoors. Okay, so I've just gone back into the front yard because I forgot to show this on camera. This is a chocolate berry, and Mark told me that you can't eat them until they're dark black and soft, otherwise they do you some mischief, I think. So I did have one before, and I found another one here. So the reason I wanted to taste it on camera, yeah, that's super soft, is actually, they're tiny, but it actually tastes like treacle, like as sweet as you can imagine. Oh, delicious. But yeah, if you're thinking of growing this, don't eat it until it's extremely ripe and soft. Well, this is a 7-year-old Luke's Garcinia indoors, and would have to be the biggest one in Melbourne. Limoncello, and yeah, puts glow lights not directly above it, but just to the side a little bit through winter. But have a look how healthy this plant is. It's trunk size about 1 inch, and I think Mark's going to pot that one up this year into a slightly larger grow bag. Beautiful. So just passing that one as we head into the backyard. Oh, first thing I noticed walking through here is a red hybrid covered in fruit, but not quite ready to try yet. Flowers, fruit. Got some darker ones up there. It's got a lot on it for a medium size. It's a big tree for a red hybrid. Yeah, but a lot of fruit and a lot of flowers on it. And I'm glad I got to taste the Gremel, because these ones just aren't quite ready. But excellent. That's the first thing I noticed. So along this ledge here we have costada, and that's also got some fruit coming. I think about 3 or 4, and lots of flowers too. So that's the costada and the red hybrid, and then behind that is a little native quandong, and apparently it needs that little creeping plant to grow with it, otherwise it doesn't grow itself. So something interesting there. You've got an ice cream bean growing out over the top here, and it's actually got some fruit set on it. Oh, there's some down lower. So yeah, it's a nice canopy tree. Beautiful. So if you ever wanted some advice or an example of space utilisation, just ask Mark. It's amazing how many varieties and the size of some of the things he's got growing in the back here. It's that's a lucuma, which I mistook for a sapodilla. Actually looks very similar, but I'm sure there's a lot of things through here that I won't remember the names of, but pretty much every mango fruits for him. This is the Alfonso, I'm pretty sure, and yeah, he gets fruit off pretty much all of his mangoes. Come around here, and that's a muchacha, nice size. A jackfruit, very big trunk. It had an accident, this one. A pot fell on it and snapped off, but it's regrown. And the one at the back there, the huge one, that was a grafted Kiwi, and the graft died, and then it just regrew as a jackfruit. So a couple of very big ones there, and if I climb up this ladder, this is the first one I know of in Melbourne, but it's a fruiting guabiju. Hope I pronounced that correctly. It's got a few fruitlets, but this is the most advanced one at the moment. So yeah, Melbourne, if anyone knows of that one, but I'd say that's probably the first. And there's another bigger one next to it. It's a good one. It's funny, the thing that blurred the camera there for a second, was a sapodilla. I think it's the Krausie. And have a look how many flowers are on it. Just everywhere you look, you see rare plants. So I can't get to them from here, but I can see a couple of black sapote over there with some nice fruit forming on them. And Mark's had this bungalow palm for 40 years. It's followed him to every house he's been at, and uses it to climb cucumbers up. A bit of sentimental value in that one. So here's a beautiful king Thai mango. Have a look at that. Fantastic. Actually looks like it doesn't get any fungal problems with the leaves, that one. And there's some various potted things through here. Some dragon fruits. And there's a few Davidson's plums for the tropical look. And there's grapes and all sorts of things. It's just such a green sort of a feeling out here. It's beautiful. So a lot of seedlings. There's Jaboticaba fruits, and come around here we've got cherry moyers. He said he gets so much fruit off them, he was getting a bit bored of them. Come through here, got some nice black sapotes, some white sapotes. Couldn't tell you the variety of that one, but here's some black sapote fruit. And it's fantastic. Okay, so thanks for watching that one. I'll just come back out here under this beautiful canopy to wrap the video up. But yeah, appreciate Mark for showing me around. Yeah, 25 years of rare plant collecting and care. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.